Hello, hello, hello. Oh, I forgot to shut the curtain behind me. That's okay. Okay. Hello, Amanda. Hello, hello. If you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. Hello, hello. Anybody gonna talk to me tonight? Hello, hello. I'm gonna move my tripod, guys. Give me just a second there. There we go. And then that, I'm gonna put it down. That way it's not glaring in my glasses. Sorry, that light likes to glare in my glasses, and I just I tried to clean my glasses and it made it worse. I'm in New Jersey. Where am I? I am in California. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Andreas? Is that how you say that? Hey, Jen, I got your message. I was just already on here. And it came through. I was just... Yep. Okay, good. I had to get up and I tripped over my tripod and knocked my thing apart, so I'm running behind. It's just like the fault, but it's not my fault. Okay. Hey, no, I'll take that. It's not my fault either. So if you're just hopping on, tell us who you are, where you're from. I got up to go clean my glasses. I needed some stuff to put on my glasses because they were just smearing. And I tripped over my tripod after I talked to you and it fell apart, the light thingy. So I had to fix it, and yeah. Anyway, it was a whole thing. So we'll see. It seems like I just have like this smudge on this side tonight and I can't get it out, and it's bugging the crap out of me. If you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. Warrior Notes Fellowship, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Okay. If you're new here, tell us who you are, where you're from. I'll get started in just a minute. I'm running a little bit late. My friend called me last minute. We had to talk, and then my glasses were dirty, and I tripped over my tripod to try to go clean them, and it fell apart. My light did, so I had to put it back together before I could get back on. Just a kind of a hot mess on this Monday night. Cancel, cancel, cancel. I don't like putting stuff like that out in the universe. All right, I'm going to move my tripod again for like the third time. I just want it to, there we go. Okay, so we're just going to see if a few more people are going to hop on here since I'm running late, and we'll get going. Hello, hello, hello. If you're new here, tell us who you are, where you're from. I'll tell you who I am in just a minute. Just gonna get situated here so we can get going since I'm already 5 minutes late. All right, looks like we're just gonna plateau out as usual. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. All right, so if you're new here, my name is Renee and I'm from California. I almost said South Dakota, Jen. Just moved formerly of South Dakota, so I'm learning to say California. That's new for me. So a little bit about me and why I'm here. I started my TikTok in March of 2024. The reason I started my TikTok is because, thank you for the hearts. I'm not quite sure who's sending them. Oh, Jen, there they are. I started it because in September of 2023, for TikTok purposes, my husband unalived himself. And then that's when I discovered that I had abilities. Hey, Douglas, how are you? Thank you for the badge. I appreciate that. That's when I discovered that I had abilities to talk to my guides, my spirit guides. And they slowly breadcrumbed me to my purpose, which was to be here with all of you people. Lovely people. Sorry, guys. I just have a spot on my glasses and it's bugging the crap out of me. It's like right in my view. And so basically what had happened is my husband and I were together for 32 years. Just a quick rundown of my story and why I'm here. We were together for 32 years. And so everybody just kept telling me put one foot in front of the other when he passed. And I'm like, I literally don't know how to do that. Hold on a second. Let me No, we all have a spirit team. Let me first just say real quick, on my page, we agree to disagree here. So I'll agree to disagree with you. There isn't just the Holy Spirit. You have spirit guides, you have angels, you have ancestors, you have loved ones that have crossed over on the other side, and they will all come through to you. You can agree to disagree with me, or you can hop off and keep scrolling. That's your choice. I'm not here to argue my point with anyone. Like I said, we agree to disagree here. I only have 2 rules on my page. I just ask that you always be kind and we don't talk any politics. And like I said, we agree to disagree here because I'm on my journey of life where I am and you're on your journey of life where you are. And none of us are going to agree on everything all the time. So there's that real quick. So back to what I was saying. My husband and I were together for 32 years. Everybody kept saying, just put one foot in front of the other after he passed. Oh, you sure can pray for me. And I'll pray for you too. Blessings. Thank you. I didn't know how to do that because when he left, I literally couldn't breathe. And so, Mary, thank you for the badge. I appreciate that. Thank you, Ace. Thank you for the badge. I appreciate that. Where are you from, Ace? I'm sorry, I got sidetracked here for a second. I didn't know how to put one foot in front of the other. I could barely breathe. We had never been apart more than 2 weeks in those 32 years. And so, and then one day my daughter said to me, Mom, you realize your life is worth living, right? And I said, and then that's when I kind of had my light bulb moment. And so, that's when I realized, okay, if I'm going to stay on this planet too, I have to figure out how to heal myself. Because my husband didn't leave me in a great spot financially. Sorry guys, that light is just in my glasses and it's bugging me. There we go. Between that and the spot on my glasses tonight, it's distracting. And so he didn't leave me in a great spot financially. And so therapy was out, and I knew group therapy was going to work for me because I'm the circle that don't fit in the square. I'm the unique girl. And so I was like, I have to figure out a way to heal myself. And so I just deep dived into meditation and journaling. And that really helped me. I went out into nature and I cried and I journaled and I did all kinds of those things. So that's just kind of a brief story of why I'm here. Generally, when I go live, I have a topic from my guides. They give me a topic. Tonight, we're talking about, we talk about all kinds of different things here. So if you have a loss, by the way, don't be afraid. We're not shy here. Throw it in the comments. I would love to talk to you about it if you have a loss, because I didn't go there because I was so distracted with my glasses tonight. So I learned my purpose is to help other people through their loss and their trauma, and to learn to uplift other people. And so that's why I'm here. So we do talk about loss. We talk about traumas of life. We uplift others here. If you're alone and you've had a loss, welcome to my community. That's what this community was set up for. So if you're just hopping on, tell us who you are, where you're from. But tonight we're going to talk about, what are you going through? So is there something in life that you've been going through, or that you're going through maybe at the moment? And how are you handling pressures of life? You found my Cash App? Well, I don't have a Cash App. Thank you for the heart me. I appreciate that. Is it Aunt? I didn't catch that. Aunt. I'm not even going to try to say all that. Feral Housewife. Thank you for the heart me. I appreciate that so much. I do not have a Cash App, actually. I have a Venmo if you'd like to leave me a tip. Never expected, but always appreciated. I do this, like I said, because it's my purpose in life now to help other people through loss. Thank you, Luke, for the follow. I appreciate that. So tonight, how are you handling the pressures of life? How do you handle it? What happens? Something comes up, and it's stressful, and you're like, okay, now what, right? Just life. Yes. And life just happens, right? To us every day. Thank you for the badge too. I appreciate that. Do you have a name that I can call you by chance, and where are you from? So here's 3 things that I've learned on my journey. The first one is we can let our circumstances, things that are happening to us, the pressures of life, 1, we can let it define us. 2, we can let it destroy us, which when I lost my husband, I almost did let it destroy me, right? or we can let them strengthen us. We can find a way to gain strength from that, right? Life pressures discussion. Share your thoughts. I love the new AI thing. Rachel from West Virginia, welcome. Glad to have you here. Let's see here. Sorry. Thank you for the badge too. Sorry, my thing got scrolled back up. JD Tank, thank you for the follow. Wayne, we're only here for a little while is my go-to. Yep. I like that, Wayne. Gaining strength, making progress. Oh, that's awesome. Welcome, Jacqueline. Welcome, Wayne. Been a long time no see, Wayne. And so here are the things. Are you letting what is happening in your life define you, right? That was one of the first things. Are you going to let it define you? First of all, you're not your circumstances. Does it affect us? Yes, it does. In my case, when my husband unalived himself, I was going to let it define me because I was ready to, and I have to be careful how I say this so TikTok don't throw me off. I was ready to not be on this planet anymore either. Sorry, that light is just bugging the crap out of me tonight. And so I could have let it, define my whole life and say, and it could have went a couple ways, right? I could have checked off of this planet, pulled myself back up with help of your page. Aw, thank you, Jacqueline. I appreciate that. But you did it. You did the work. You're doing the work. That's the real story there. And like I said, it could have went a couple ways. I could have checked off of this planet, or I could have decided to lay in my bed and waste my life away and do the poor me and just let it define my whole life, right? I lost everything, if you're not aware. We were together for 32 years and my entire world of 32 years imploded, right? Not only was there nothing left of my life, literally everything, every material possession was also gone, right? There was nothing left. Everything was taken from me for the most part, other than my kids, my grandkids, and my pets in my apartment. That was the only thing in my friend that looked like my old life. And so it would have been easier to just sit and go, why is this happening to me? Right? And either lay in my bed and stew my life away, or literally check off this planet, right? Hey, Bella, how are you? So that's one of the things we can do, right? We could let it define us. The other one was we could let it destroy us, right? There again, I could have let it destroy me. I could have just, said, well, I don't have anything left of my life and just give up, right? Some people like to turn to substances, sink into a depression and let it destroy your life. You can, there's many different scenarios that you could let it define you or destroy you, right? Sorry guys, I had a call. I'm not sure. Hold on one second. Allison? Sorry. You're okay? I am good, actually. Thank you for the badge. Sorry about that. I just had a call and I didn't know if it's important. But yeah, so like I said, there's two scenarios. You could let it destroy you, let it define you. Or instead, you could let it strengthen you, right? That was the third one. We can let it strengthen us. It can empower you. And how are some ways that it can empower you? You can use it to empower yourself. One, it can show you your true strength, right? Your true power. If you're just hopping on, tell us who you are, where you're from. If you're not familiar, my name is Renee. Welcome. And so, sorry, I'm just kind of reading what you told me here. And instead of letting it do all of those things or sit there and say, why is this happening to you? You can change that perspective and say, well, this is happening for me. And in my case, I discovered my purpose through that, through the hard time. I have no idea. maybe come back and ask that on Wednesdays at our mini read SSR. Or you can turn the situation into a learning experience, right? No, it's okay. I'm kind of used to it. It is what it is. I do psychic questions on Wednesday nights if you'd like to come back and ask a question. But, I believe everything that happens to us in life, or happens for us, I should say, is a learning experience. We're sent it to, maybe see how strong we are, right? I don't think we realize. You'll tune back in. Okay. We don't realize, I think, our own strength or our own ability, our own power, until sometimes things in life happen, right? Jen. And so in my case, it helped me learn who I was, right? Before my husband, before he passed, I didn't know who I was. I didn't love myself because I didn't know who I was, right? How can you love somebody you don't know who they are, right? And so in my case, I learned to love myself. I learned who I was as a person. I discovered my purpose, and I discovered that I had to go through everything that I went through, exactly how I went through it, in order to get to here to help other people with their loss and their trauma and uplift others. So this is really a short one tonight. I don't have a lot, guys, but like I said, for me, it helped me to step into my purpose. And so one of the things that my guides wanted me to leave everybody with tonight is what is your purpose? She wants you to, really contemplate that. What is your purpose? And, maybe what is something that you've went through in your life, or that you're going through at the moment, that has put you to that point of maybe, I'm learning something from it, right? And showing you how strong you are and pushing you to grow as a person. For me, it really pushed me to grow as a person. It pushed me out of my comfort zone. I had never taken care of myself financially. I had worked outside the home, but my husband was always the main financial person in our home. And so for me, I had to learn how to step out and grow as a person and take care of myself, and in the beginning, I didn't think I could do that. And now I know that I can take care of myself. And also I was with my husband since I was 16 years old. So I not only discovered that, but I discovered that I didn't need somebody else, right? Maybe I want somebody in my life, but I don't need somebody in my life to be full or complete. So yeah, thank you for all the likes, Bella. I appreciate that. Like I said, it's a really short one tonight, guys, and I know I was running late. Does anybody have anything else they would like to throw in there or talk about? Do you want to elaborate on that, Bella? That's how you feel right now? Kind of explain just a little bit. Thank you for the badge, Wayne. I appreciate it. Long time no see. And thank you for the likes. You figuring out like who you are, maybe, or you're growing. Is that what you're talking about? Sorry, I talk about so many things. It's hard to know which one. Thank you for the likes, Bella. Do you want to elaborate on your comment, Bella? But, you don't need somebody, but you want somebody. And I think that's normal, right? For me, I'd never been alone since I was 16. So, I thought I had to have somebody. And then I realized that, and it's been quite a journey in the last 2 years to figure out that, yeah, I want to be with somebody, but I don't need anybody, right? I'm at peace with myself and who I am, and that I don't need anyone. Thank you for the likes, Jen. I appreciate that. Sorry, guys, my phone is always going off. You won't go looking for it. And I think that's kind of best. I've also learned that, Bella, in the last 2 years is, just, it'll find you. If it's right, it's going to find you. Just do you, right? And I find the more that you love you and you do you, what's meant for you will find you, whether that be love or whatever it is in your life. Just you do you, fill up your cup, take care of you, And it'll all fall into place how it's supposed to. Catherine, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I love this new AI. Life pressure question. Ask for advice. Okay. You needed that? Oh, well, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Has anybody had a loss, by the way, since we're on here? Well, good. I'm glad that you needed to hear that. You know, I always hope when I get on here on my live, that is my goal, is that, you know, somebody needs to hear something, and always know that whatever I'm talking about generally is just a refresher or what I need to hear also. So I'm the guinea pig here. But if anybody's had a loss, if you have, you're welcome to share. Like I said, we are not shy here. While I'm waiting to see if anybody else is going to comment, I'm just going to go over real quick. If you're not aware, I also have a YouTube channel under Scorpio Medium. All the videos that you find here, you'll find over there. The only difference is that I upload my lives over there. So if you like my lives and you miss one and you want to catch it, hop over to Scorpio Medium. I would love it if you subscribed. And that's where you can find those uploaded over there. Learning, I'm more than just a caregiver. Absolutely. Of course you're more than a caregiver. Hold on a second here. My mama in June, my brother 4 years ago, and my son 2 years prior to that. Pumpkin, do you have a name and where you're from? Did you already tell me that? If you did, I apologize. I am so sorry for your loss. Of course let me start with Jacqueline first. Yes, Jacqueline, you're way more than a caregiver, right? Way more. And I'm so sorry for your loss. Rachel, I thought you told me that. By New York? Is that what you told me? By Buffalo? Are you the one that told me that? Sorry, I have a good memory some nights and not so much. I'm so sorry. So let me ask you, West Virginia. Sorry about that. How are you dealing with those losses? Are you dealing with them? Are you not dealing with them? How's it going? Thank you for the likes, Catherine. I appreciate that. While I'm waiting for taking care of your dad. Okay, so let me ask you, so have you stuffed some of that maybe grief or what you're going through, that healing, under the rug because you're busy taking care of your dad? Just a question. I don't know. I'm just asking. So not dealing well. Yeah, because you're busy taking care of your dad. So you're pretty much just stuffing it under the rug. Okay. Well, this is what I always like to say. By the way, if you're just hopping on, tell us who you are, where you're from. If you're not familiar, my name is Renee. Welcome. You know, you can only stuff things under a rug for so long, and then pretty soon you're going to trip over the rug. Just know that, right? You know, and take baby steps. It's okay. Catherine from Illinois, I'm so glad that you're here. You know, it's baby steps. And just know that if you have a moment, it's okay to have a moment, right? Karma. Yeah, karma is real, Donna. Sure is. Don't get me started. Anyhow, baby steps, right? Maybe just do some journaling, you know, take a hike, whatever it is that, do some self-care and just let yourself have moments about it. That's the biggest thing is, you know, sometimes people, for me, and I'm just going to give you my experience. So I had a stillborn in 1994. She was a full-term stillborn. And I had a 3-year-old to take care of, much like obviously you're taking care of your dad. And I didn't think I had time to grieve that. And 2 years later, that came back to bite me, and it came back to bite me hard because I had swept all of that under the rug. And trust me, did I trip over that rug? It was like I hit a brick wall. And I knew from that moment on when I had a loss that I had to deal with it because it was not good after that. Thank you for the badge, Bill. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Catherine. I appreciate that. You know, she would have been, what was it, 31 here this month, just November. So, you know, you never, hold on one second. Yeah?
Can I use your mascara?
You can, hon. Is your dad home?
No.
Okay, you want to call him? Because he tried to call me and I'm on my live.
Yeah, I'll call him.
Okay. You're 35. It's in that drawer, huh?
This way.
Oh, thank you, Catherine. I appreciate that. I just turned 51. It's in that top left drawer, honey. But yeah, so, just always take baby steps with it, right? Make sure that you're having a moment, but just don't unpack and live there, right? That's what I like to say. Maybe you have 10 moments through your day, just don't unpack and live there. Thanks, Catherine. I appreciate it. Did you find it in there, honey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for the likes, Bella. Oh, thank you, Pumpkin. And just know, we are here. I didn't get to that. I am here Sunday through Wednesday at 6:30 Pacific time. So if you ever need to talk about it, and you're always welcome to DM me too, we can always talk about it if you just need somebody. But know that we're here. This is what my community is for. This is what we talk about. So you're more than welcome to join us and talk anytime you need to. I'm in California. I just moved here recently. So thank you for that, Catherine. I appreciate it. So like I said, I am here Sunday through Wednesday, 6:30 Pacific time. On Wednesdays, we are doing mini reads now. So mini read Wednesdays. So if you do have a psychic question, you're welcome to hop on and ask a psychic question on those nights. If you would like a full reading with somebody who has crossed over, you can email me, which you'll find down in my bio below. Let's see. And I also have Venmo down there if you'd like to leave me a tip. Always appreciated, but never expected. Thank you for the follow, Pumpkin. I appreciate that. I'll follow you back as soon as I get off. You want both? Well, you're welcome to. Yeah, call your dad because I'm not sure what he wanted.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so anybody else have anything else they want to share or talk about? Like I said, my page is your page. We are not shy here, and you're never interrupting me. So if anybody's got anything else that they would like to talk about, because I'm pretty much done with what I had tonight. So welcome to... You're going through it honestly. Do you want to talk about it? If you don't feel comfortable talking here, you're always welcome to DM me after. But like I said, I have a great community of people here. So thank you for the likes. I'm not quite sure who was sending them. We go through things in life and it's not always easy, and that's kind of my job, and what I do when I get on here is to talk about how it's not easy and some ways how to deal with it and to help people. I can't heal you, but I can teach you the things that help to heal me, right? And so that's kind of why I'm here, and whatever I can do to help you, I will sure try. Diane, is that your name? Thank you for the follow. And where are you from? Thank you for the likes, Bella. Hold on, guys. As soon as the comments come in, then they start flying. I just saw you decided. Hilarious. My now ex caught her lying, and I'm so heartbroken. The texts I found were so... I'm so sorry. And here's the thing is, I tell people all the time, loss doesn't have to be somebody not being here on this planet anymore, right? Loss can be a loss of a relationship, loss of a job. There's all kinds of losses. So I'm so sorry that happened to you. RB Bunny, thank you for the follow. Who is this person, right? It was a betrayal, right? And anytime there's a betrayal there, it hurts. Try journaling. Maybe write her a letter. You don't have to give it to her. You said her, correct? Maybe try writing a letter, and you don't have to give it to that person. Write your letter, get out everything that you want to say, and burn it, Okay. Not quite sure what that one is about. Jen, do you see it? The ... Okay. But yeah, there's many different things. You can journal, you can write a letter to that person. Meditation is great. If you're confused and muddled in your head, I go to the gym. I love to exercise. That is really helpful for me. RB Money, thank you for the badge. I appreciate that. I want to find a real woman to marry, someone who understands each other better. Welcome to half of the world. Being single in this day and age is a whole new experience. I'll just put it that way. Julian, hi, how are you? Thank you for the badge. Where are you from? Welcome to the world.
He said he just want to ask you about your dinner plans, but he's bringing home dinner for you and him. So.
Oh well, I ate, but don't tell him. Sorry. Didn't mean to get distracted there. Thank you for the badge, Julian. I appreciate that. Well, like I said, I will be back here. Today is Monday, so I'll be back here tomorrow night. So, you know, if anybody still needs to talk, we can talk now, or you can hop in and we can talk tomorrow night. Anybody else have anything else they want to get off their chest or need to vent about tonight? Thank you for the likes, Jen. I appreciate that. Sorry, I'm always reading the little AI. That's a whole new thing. I'm not used to that. Dealing with life's pressures. Share advice. That's a whole new thing. I don't know where that came from. Anybody else have anything else to say? Hopefully they're not hiding comments from me tonight. They like to do that. I have all my filters off. It's TikTok. I can't control it. Just learning to let go of what I thought would be. Oh my gosh, that is huge, right? Because like I said, I was with my husband for 32 years. I don't know if you caught that part, for 32 years. And so my entire world of 32 years imploded. All my hopes, all my dreams, you know, I thought I was going to be with this man for the rest of my life. So I completely relate. Just know that it's okay to mourn those things, right? It's okay to mourn what you thought would be, right? And it's okay to mourn that. It's okay to have those feelings. Journal about that. You know, for me, I'm angry that, you know, blah, 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 whatever it may be. You didn't see that. Okay. Well, my husband unalived himself. We were together for 32 years and my entire life of 32 years imploded. So I literally mourned the life that I thought I was going to have, right? And don't let anybody tell you, I'm going to catch up with the chat. I do see your comments, guys. Give me 1 second. But I literally mourned the life that I thought I was going to have, and that's okay. And it's okay to validate your feelings of what you thought was going to be, right? Does that make sense? And it doesn't matter if the world tells you that those feelings aren't valid. That doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what you feel. Those feelings are valid, and you just have to work through that. And you know, if it takes you to go out in the middle of nowhere and scream or break something, girl, go for it. You do you, boo. As long as you're not hurting yourself, not hurting anyone else, you do you, and do what you have to do to heal yourself. Okay. Oh yeah, hilarious. Let's see. You'll be 36 soon. I'm not a mommy or a family. Well, you know what? It's okay. You know, give yourself some grace, right? It's okay. Give yourself some grace, and you know, what is meant to be, will happen. It's okay. Thank you though. I appreciate that. Oh, you got somebody. Wow, we got all kinds of people wanting dates in here tonight. What's up with that? Thank you for the badge, John. You recently broke something and you never do that. Yeah, well, sometimes it's just needed, right? My husband, I'm a psychic medium, so I can hear my husband. I don't hear him so much anymore, but when I was going to work in the last couple months, he would be in the pickup with me on the way to work or on the way home. And if you're new here, you don't know that I got over the guilt part pretty quickly, but the anger part was really stuck with me. And I realized, and my friend told me, who also talks to his guides, informed me that my new door wasn't coming. My new chapter wasn't coming because I was hanging on to that anger. And I'm like, I don't know what else to do, because I have screamed, I have cried, I've went out in nature and journaled and cried. And finally one day he rode with me in the truck to work. I could smell him. I knew he was there. And when I got off work that day, it had been like a couple days after my friend had told me this, and I got in the truck and I smelled him. I said, okay, you're going to ride home with me today. And I just started talking to him, and I just let it all pour out, everything of, do you realize how hard this has been for me? The last 2 years, I literally went to hell and back. And I'm just going to be flat out honest with you. Sorry guys, that light is just glaring tonight and it's bugging the crap out of me. And I just let it all pour out finally. I was in the truck because I had lived in an apartment, so I couldn't go home and scream. And I was, had like a 15, 20 minute drive home in the truck, and I just told him everything. I said, I'm angry you took my future that I thought I was going to have. And do you realize how hard this has been for me? This has been the toughest time of my entire life. And like I said, I just turned 51 years old, and trust me, I've been through a lot of tough times, and this was the toughest thing of my entire life I've ever dealt with, ever. And I just let it pour out, and I cried, and I yelled at him, and I screamed, and I screamed, and I screamed, and I screamed the entire ride home. And for the first time, I finally felt like I released that anger, right? I mean, there's still little times and glimpses of it. I don't know if I'll ever be completely over it, but there's little glimpses. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate that. But for the first time in 2 years since he passed, I finally felt like a weight had been lifted off of my shoulders, right? Like it was finally gone. Like I didn't have to carry that anymore. I didn't have to carry that anger anymore, and, I know now why he had to go. There was circumstances in our life, and I know that, I believe that it was his time. His soul contract here was almost up. It wasn't up yet, but it was almost up. He could have left me a couple more times, other times, and he didn't, because he knew my heart wasn't ready. Not that your heart is ever ready, right? You do deserve peace. And that's the thing is, and that's where I shoot for now more than anything in this life is peace, So the last thing I'm going to say is, if something's taking your peace, it's not worth it. I'm going to leave you with that. If you would like a reading, I charge $40. I have a, email down below, Catherine, if you're interested. That I try to keep it as low as possible. If you email me, I can set that up. Your cheerleader. Well, guess what? And this is something that I discovered in the last 2 years is that you have to be your own cheerleader. And sadly, in this life, we expect everybody else to give us our peace. We expect everybody to be our cheerleader. We expect everybody to bring us happiness. And ultimately, what it comes down to is learning who you are, loving you, and you will find internal peace within yourself. And your happiness starts with you. It all starts with you. Your happiness, your peace, everything, right? It all starts with you. So, hi, I'm not sure who's saying hi. Do you have a name where you're from? Hey, Lydia. First time I've seen you on my live, I think. We have to find our happiness. Exactly. And it all starts, it's all inside of you. That's the thing. And, ultimately I can talk about everything on here, but it all comes back to the same thing, no matter what topic I'm talking about, is learning who you are, loving you, learning to love who you are, loving you, and then everything else will come. Hi. You're so very welcome, Catherine. Like I said, shoot me an email if you're interested, and I can do a reading for you. That's how I set them up, generally. Lookman, I don't even want to say the rest of that. Thank you for the follow. I will just blubber it all up. And then jjoom11yahoo.com. But yeah, shoot me an email, and like I said, it's $40. I'm actually going to raise my rates after this coming Sunday just because I have to for a little bit, but until Sunday they're $40 if you book with me before Sunday next week, or this week, I guess you could say, new week. Marshall Mathers, how am I? I'm well, thank you very much. How are you? South Dakota hunt. My daughter, Haley, forced me to join your live now. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm kind of just finishing up my live for tonight, but I'll be back here at 6:30 tomorrow night, p.m. Pacific time. Jen, can you okay his thing so it doesn't keep hiding it? If you're still there for me, can you do that for Marshall Mathers? You're wonderful? Awesome. Great. Well, tonight, like I said, we were talking about, we were discussing life's pressures and how do we handle those. If you would like the recap, since I'm almost done here, if you go over to my YouTube channel, and so I would love it if you subscribed under Scorpio Medium, you can catch that. I will upload this probably tomorrow. Generally, it takes me about 24 hours before I get it over there. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Email sent. Okay, great. I will get back with you as soon as I get done here, Catherine. Thank you everybody for all the likes, all the love. I appreciate you all. Like I said, I will be back tomorrow night, 6:30. Not sure what we're talking about yet. We'll find out when I get here. But I love you all very much. Have a great night. Remember to make tomorrow great because it is a choice. And on that note, until we meet again.